ABC will broadcast Raisin in the Sun on February 25th. Andrew Morton's biography on Tom Cruise is on top of the bestseller charts, a book that contains as much about Cruise's religion, Scientology, as it does his life. And the hubbub over the book has prompted at least one former member of the Church of Scientology to speak out. As Les Trent reports, the niece of the head of the organization is going public with what it's like inside.
Jenna Hill is 24 and spent most of her life as a Scientologist, growing up a member of the church's first family. Her uncle is the current leader of Scientology, which makes her decision to quit the church all the more stunning.
You are the niece of the leader of Scientology and you're speaking out against it. Why?
Because I don't like some of the things that happened to me when I was there.
To the most dedicated Scientologist I know.
David Miscavige's close friendship with actor Tom Cruise, Scientology's most famous advocate, was on full display in this 2004 tribute to the star. Jenna's father and David Miscavige are brothers, second-generation Scientologists. David Miscavige rising through the ranks and taking charge when church founder L. Ron Hubbard died in 1986.
We've only just begun. Let's ensure it's a new beginning for every being of Earth.
From a young age, Jenna says she lived away from her parents, raised in a separate home along with the children of other church executives, while her parents worked in the Scientology Center.
When I was 12, I then moved to Florida to be, in the core of the church. I only saw them once a year if I was lucky.
Jenna says after years of separation from her parents, they decided to leave Scientology, but she stayed with the church, even though she was just a teenager.
When you were 16, your parents got out, but you stayed. Why?
Why would I leave with these people who I don't even know?
Now Jenna and her husband Dallas, who was also a member of Scientology, have left the church. And Jenna says it was the explosive new best-selling book by author Andrew Morton that got her to speak out. Scientology is featured prominently in Morton's unauthorized biography of Tom Cruise. After its release, the church issued a statement denying it pressures members to break contact with family who leave the church. Jenna says she knows otherwise, citing the case of a pregnant friend, a former Scientologist, whose parents are still members.
She lives in LA. Her parents live right around the hill from her. She tried to call them when she was having her first child, and they were like, no, sorry, I can't speak to you.
The Church of Scientology denies it has a policy of separating families, telling Inside Edition the allegation is, quote, the opposite of what the church believes and practices. As for her childhood, Jenna says she spent the better part of it studying Scientology.
Basically, I stopped going to school when I was 16. Well, when I was 12, I was only going to school once a week.
Though she says reading and writing was an important part of her informal education, Jenna never earned even a high school diploma.
They said, so, have you met an SP?
Now Jenna fears she'll be labeled a dreaded SP, or suppressive person. Tom Cruise talks dismissively of SPs in this video circulating on the internet.
Maybe one day it will be... Wow, SPs, they'll just read about those in the history books,
Jenna says she was required as a member at the time to watch that Tom Cruise dedication video 4 years ago. It was around the same time she last spoke to her uncle, who counts as his friend, the group's most famous member.
Jenna left the church 2 years ago. Former NFL quarterback Michael Vick is doing his time in a federal penitentiary, and the dog used in